Is it working? Is it working? Oh my god, we did it, people. I had to click a button. I was not aware that I had to click a button. Sorry about that. Sorry for being late, everybody. But I'm here now. First ever stream. That's probably the first of many technical difficulties we're going to run into. Really quick. Whoops, sorry, I didn't mean to bump the mic there. Can everyone just like verify on both Twitch and YouTube that you can see me and hear me fine? By the way, yeah, actually, that first agenda item, my audio might be terrible because, like, I don't know, I'm just winging it right now. We're just figuring things out. I have a bad habit of like loudly exhaling through my nose. So like if I'm exhaling loudly into the microphone, just let me know. I'll back it up a little bit. What's up, everybody? Thank you. Audio's good. Awesome. I have skin. Yes, I know. It's pretty sweet. It's good. What's good? Yeah, face reveal. I know. YouTube also sounds good. Just a bit of time delay. Yeah. Is that configurable? If it is, you know, I'm just using the default. I put minimal effort into, you know, researching this, which, as you can see, is already biting me in the ass since we had technical difficulties. But yeah, I figure this first stream is just going to be like, I don't know, first of all, just talking to people a little bit before we get started. But also just hashing out technical difficulties. That's why I kind of purposely kept it a little low key. I didn't like announce it on YouTube or anything like that. So yeah, casual stream today. Casual stream. You can lower the stream delay on YouTube, but that also means the video quality goes down too. Okay, yeah, don't want to do that. Let's optimize for video quality. I didn't like check my internet bandwidth before doing this, and I'm double streaming right now, so like I'm a little bit nervous that there's gonna be like quality issues. So, you know, we'll resolve that when we get there. But yeah, let me just open this up. I kind of talk about what I have planned for today. So first and foremost, I figure I'll stream for minimum an hour. So that's until like 12. Holy crap. I get like a alert every time someone does something, and it's like insanely loud in my headphones. So if anyone knows what that is, maybe let me know in the chat. But anyways, yeah, I figure I'll stream for an hour and maybe longer. I've got all day technically. Actually, not all day. I'm gonna have to like take the dogs out around in about 3 hours. So minimum 1 hour, maximum 3 hours. That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, you know, so Bloodthief just launched. Figure I can answer some questions if anybody has any. We can start with that. As a lot of you guys know, I'm working on a custom mapping feature that's like in beta right now. Beta meaning like it's technically available. You just have to like, you know, get around some blockers. But I'm working on it. It's gonna be like not in beta soon, hopefully. And I kind of want to show it off, make a custom map. I figure, you know, I don't know how it would go in stream for me to be like taking ideas from people in stream, but that's kind of the plan. If it ends up like a total disaster, then like whatever, it'll be funny, I guess. But no matter what, I'll post it to the Discord and like people can screw around with it is the plan. Hold on, a bunch of people are saying stuff. Let's just check. How's the launch going? It's going well. You know, way better than any, you know, first time dev could ever. I mean, like, yeah, I mean, I'm extremely grateful that for all of this. I was not expecting any of this. You know, like I said, this is my first game. When I first started Bloodthief, you know, I didn't really know what to expect, but I was not expecting like to actually have people playing it. So the fact that anybody's playing it is crazy. And And yeah, I'm just really grateful, and the reception's been really good. I mean, not to toot my own horn, but 96% positive on Steam. That's like, you know, I mean, that's like crazy. Just super stoked about it. So really happy. Have I considered releasing Bloodthief on GOG? The issue with that is that I'm so like deeply intertwined with Steam leaderboards in particular. That's the big issue, which I feel like is such a big part of the game. Technically, I could do like a migration to like my own leaderboard server, which I don't think would actually technically be that difficult. The issue is that I'm afraid of like European laws, like privacy laws. Like I don't know like what kind of like data I'm allowed to collect and stuff like that. So like so that's what scares me about implementing my own leaderboards, is like I just don't like collecting more data, you know. Like I do a little bit of you know, stats collecting. Actually, I turned that off recently. But yeah, so that's why I like the Steam leaderboards, because like they deal with it. You've already like, you know, agreed to whatever they have you agree to, and like it's just like not my problem. Oh, GOG provides leaderboards. I mean, if that's the case, then like I mean, maybe I'll look into it, because that I mean, that sounds cool. But yeah, all right, let's answer a few more questions. Yo, you inspired me to be a dev, and I would have been able to find my hobby without you two. Amazing. I'm extremely happy. That's like the best. That's the best stuff to hear. I love hearing that people are like getting into game dev because of my videos and stuff. That's like, I don't know. That's like surreal, honestly, because to be honest, like I still don't really feel like I even know what I'm doing. Like, I don't know. We probably look at some of my code today, and you'll see I definitely don't know what I'm doing. So it's crazy that people, you know, people are resonating with what I'm putting out. It's just cool. You should be scared. I'm also scared to manage my own server because it's a lot of work and you have to deal with security. Yeah, security, privacy. I don't want to ever have to go down that route. If I did ever make a game that required that kind of thing, I think I would probably have to like partner with like somebody that knows what they're doing, because like I don't know. I am not equipped for that kind of stuff. Let's see. It's nice to use a service that will maintain the server for you. Frowny face. I agree. It's nice. I don't know why you're frowning, but yeah, I agree. It's extremely nice. Hey, Blargus, I love following the game as it was being developed. I just want to ask how you're doing. I'm doing great. I mean, I'm kind of stoked right now because like I just released my game, and like, you know, now I kind of get to like sit back a little bit and just like enjoy the fact that people are playing it. And I'm just trying to keep the fire alive, you know, just trying to like keep updates coming. Like I said, I got that big custom maps update coming. Yeah, I'm just trying to like, you know, keep the community, you know, happy and lively, and just because it's fun, you know, it's fun seeing what people do. And yeah. Let's see. I don't want to spend the whole stream answering questions. Maybe we'll time cap it for like 30 minutes. I'll go for like 15 more minutes max. People stop asking questions and we'll move on too. But I'm also missing a bunch, so I apologize for that. I'm just kind of like essentially randomly reading these as I find them. Level editor ? Yeah. Not really. A Trench Broom is an existing piece of software that's free and open source. And Bloodthief maps are, you can make them in Trench Broom, which Trench Broom is super easy to use. I actually think it's better than a level editor personally. I mean, I'm biased obviously, but the problem with a level editor is like you know, you're just dealing with what the dev like had time to add features for, which like is usually not a lot. So you're kind of like running into a lot of constraints. Whereas Trench Broom, it's been around for like, I don't know, someone maybe let me know in the comments, but I would bet like a decade or something like that. It's a very mature level editor that's used for a lot of games and modding and things. It's super easy to use. I mean, like if you're intimidated by Blender, for example, like Trench Broom is like unbelievably simpler, but it's also like super powerful. And so yeah, I'm basically using Trench Broom, or essentially Bloodthief maps are going to be Trench Broom compatible. You'll be able to make Bloodthief maps in Trench Broom. And then on the player side, the plan is just to like be able to open up the game and click like custom user maps, and there's going to be like just like the normal level select. You can like play somebody's map that they made. That's the plan. It's not done yet, so like I don't know, things might change, but that's the plan. Explain your game journey in 3 words. Super duper surprising. I don't know. How long do you think the custom level system will take to make? The system? So, do I want to give a date for that? I'm not ready to give a date for that yet, but let's just say soon, you know, before 2026. Well, yeah, that's all I'll say. Overall leaderboards is such a good feature. Thank you. I agree. You know, I've seen some discussion that the like scoring could be better. Like for example, you can like be first place in like every map except for one. You're like 10,000th place because you don't really like that map or whatever, and it will just like tank your overall score, which I don't love. You know, I feel like it might be better to like square, like basically like getting a higher score is like I'm like terrible at describing, you know, math in my head, but like essentially if you're first place, you get like 10 times the amount of points as you would get for like second place, you know, or something like that. And obviously like not that extreme probably, but yeah, I think that Bloodthief, the way that people interact with it is like some people really like level 3 and some people really like level 20, you know, and like it's not like everybody loves every level, you know. So I feel like having a system that like forces you to do well at every level, to be highly ranked on the global all levels leaderboard, it doesn't feel right. Like I feel like it might be better to reward people for like specializing in like a few solid levels. I think that would be really, really cool. Now, on the other end, the current system, it encourages people to like experience a variety of gameplay. So like, you know, there's pros and cons to both. That's kind of why I haven't, you know, changed it yet. But yes, it is a sock on my mic. I don't have like a pop filter. But so yeah, I figure a sock, you know, it's probably just as good. But anyways, where was I? Yeah, leaderboards, you know, the best thing you can do if you have a preference would be to post in the Discord, you know, feedback section. That way we can talk about it, because, you know, I do have like, you know, my own thoughts on how it should work, but I definitely could be swayed. Like I'm not, especially with something like this where like, you know, Bloodthief, I guess I just don't know like what the status quo is for this type of thing, like a global leaderboard. So if people have like played a lot of speedrunning games and they have a strong opinion, like post it in the Discord, because, you know, then I'll see it and we can have a chat. Um, sock filter, jank imperfect. Yes, exactly. That's the theme of this stream, jank, and I mean that's the theme of my whole life. That's Bloodthief. That's this stream, and this microphone, jank, but perfect, just the way it is. Might be worth it to scale the scoring with the number of people that play the level so that you don't get an insane score. That's a pretty good idea. You know, I actually I did consider something like that. I was thinking though that people like, you know, the problem with like a point system with a leaderboard is that the number is meaningless. Like it's just like, oh, you have 50,000 points and you're number one in the world. Like, so the rank has meaning, but the number that you have achieved has no meaning. And that's why I went with the current system, which is just your average rank, because like it's like that number, you know, it tells you something. Like Veli, you know, he's like his average rank is like 2 or something like that, which is crazy, and that number is meaningful. As soon as you start doing things like, you know, I suppose you could do like an average percentile or something like that, and that does have meaning. It's a little bit more mathy, so like it's a little bit less like accessible, I suppose, to like people who, I don't know, aren't good at math. So yeah, I don't know. It's all things to consider. I always try to consider like just like casual players, you know, like that just like want to briefly look at the leaderboard where they don't have to like sit there and like, you know, do calculus to figure out what's going on. Did you learn all game dev while working on Bloodthief, or did you have a small projects you abandoned while learning? Yeah, a few small abandoned small actually would be incorrect. I had a few small projects and one big project, all in Unity. I was working on it's funny. I'm trying to like think of like what this game even was. I hate to say this because like people are gonna take it to mean something it's not. Essentially, it was Mega Bonk if it was bad and like unbelievably more complex. But it was like this procedurally generated world. And the plan was for it to be like super arcadey, and you like, you know, you get all these power ups over time, and it was a roguelike basically. But it just got so complicated, and I was working on it for like probably 2-3 years, and never had any. I like not once in those 3 years did I ever like actually have any gameplay. I was like only working on tech, and like, cause like, you know, I'm a software engineer, so I was like really getting distracted with like the technical problems, which is like a total pitfall in game dev. It's like, oh, like what if like, you know, you could like generate hills procedurally and then like place trees in like you know, in clusters and stuff, and the grass was done using compute shaders, so it's like super optimized. Like these are all the problems I was working on, and it's like, if this was your first, I mean, this is just my 2 cents, but as a first game, it's just not okay. It sounds like spamming the chat. I feel like I need to like time out this person. Can I do that? Time out. Wait, did that work? Time out. Let's do that. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Like technical issues, you really don't want to be like, I don't know, spending a year working on technical issues when you don't have any gameplay at all, which is like basically exactly where I was with that game. And so it got to a point where I had been working on it for like 2-3 years, and I was just like, dude, I need to work on something simpler, because this has just turned into 100% tech, no gameplay. And so, yeah, that's where Bloodthief came in. It basically was like that game. I was like, how do I make this game like the utterly simplest way possible? And that's what Bloodthief was. And then slowly Bloodthief got unbelievably complex, just like the last one. But this time I started with gameplay. So that was the big win there. My stream delay is crazy, LOL. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta figure that out next time. Sorry, this one's just gonna be, like that. Had any issues with piracy? I don't, probably. I haven't really looked much into it. Everything I've heard is that there's nothing you can do about it. So I just don't do anything about it. How many? No, I can answer that. Ended up not being that simple. Wait a minute. Yeah, I am human, not a vampire. Let's see. Are you working on a new game? Not yet. I am thinking of what my next idea is going to be. Doing a lot of like brainstorming, I guess you could call it. But nothing really concrete yet. I'm still focused on Bloodthief, trying to get new features out and stuff. But yeah, definitely thinking of my next game, and just trying to think about what it should be. So if anybody has any thoughts on what it should be, let me know. All right. Questions are slowing down a little bit. It's almost 11:30 anyways. So, someone says that I've, that's a good point. Let's pull up Bloodthief anyways. All right. So yeah, this is a custom map that I'm working on. It's pretty simple right now. I left it that way because essentially I want to work on it right now. But it's basically got this nice roundabout here, and then it gets dark and there's nothing. But yeah, I figure I'd give you guys the lay of the land, and we'll go from there. Yeah. So the way it works is I just press pause, and I've got my custom map file path right here, which this is like a trenchbroom.map file essentially. Will this get less jank? Maybe. I don't know. On the mapper side, it might be like this. On the user side, like the player side, there's gonna be nice menus and stuff. But essentially, I'll open up Trenchbroom. It's working on a different map actually, which we can get to. But yeah, here's the map in Trenchbroom. So I'll just show you guys how it works real quick. Let's make this like 3 nights instead of 1. Actually, let's just make it like a whole bunch. Then we can go back here, we can build, and then there they are. Yeah, so once you get it all set up, I'm not going to go through the setup process of like how you actually like configure all this. It is on the Discord if you're curious. The bitrate is quite bad. Yeah, I optimized for. I knew I can turn up the bitrate in the next stream. I just wanted to make sure that like I was gonna have enough bandwidth for this one. So I kept the bitrate at like 6,000 or something like that, which is like pretty low, I think. Yeah, next stream I'll turn it up probably, but this one we're just gonna have to deal with this. No BSP at all. No, actually. So I use something called Funk Godot, which is not a BSP. It's it basically takes a Trenchbroom map file and it converts it into like Godot nodes. So there's no like BSP compiler, like Quake compiler thing. Yeah. So yeah. What sword did you use to set the God Killer times? It depends on the level. With the demo, I made the mistake of only using the default sword, and the God Killer times were like, they were easy. Well, I don't want to say they were easy because they're not easy. Like, if you got a God Killer time on the demo, like, you should be very proud because it takes a lot of work for sure. But they did not represent, you know, what they're supposed to represent, which is like the dev time. Like, I could have done better with you know, being able to use any sword that I wanted. So for the full game, outside of the demo levels, because I didn't want to change the demo level times, I used any sword that I wanted to use. Yeah, so I figure let's make this map crazy is the plan. And then like I said, when we're all done, I'll post it on the Discord, and then y'all can play it. I'm actually going to delete these guys. You know what? I'm actually going to close this. And then we're going to do this. Yeah, so we're going to bring this back to normal. I'll show you what I was going for here. I'll give some like insight into my... You can see I was like Googling like how to go live because I was running into technical difficulties. Yeah, so you can see kind of what I was going for in the beginning. I kind of like this start here because it's like the slow way to do this would be to like just go up to here, get this guy, dash this, and then go. But then there's like a faster way to do it, which would be to parry this arrow and then dash this guy up here. Which I always like routes like that where there's like a slow way and then there's like a fast way that takes slightly more skill. So yeah, I'm gonna work on this next part here. By the way that I like to work on maps is just to like, you know, no aesthetic at all, just like pure, you know, gameplay, and then maybe we can go into aesthetic later. But I don't know. For a custom map, I feel like just pure gameplay is the way to go. So let's go back into Trench Broom. I actually think that this first part is pretty good. We'll go around this corner here. First things first, I'm just going to copy one of these lights. Move it up. So the way lights work in Trench Broom, or in Bloodthief's implementation of Trench Broom, is like this is the center point of the light. And then in a sphere all around it, it's going to like emit light basically. And the way that this one's set up is its energy is set to 20 and its omni range, which is short for omnidirectional range, is set to 40. So yeah, it's like the visualization in Trench Broom is not so good. You kind of got to like guess and check basically. Yeah, that's basically how it works. So we got to add lights. The other thing I'm going to do is just like extend this lava out over here. Just create like a big lava. And then I'm just going to like create a bunch of lights. Because I got this ramp here that I made, but I couldn't even see it because it was dark. Let's do that. Whoops. There we go. Yeah, that should be good. Why do you clip the edges of the lava? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Oh, these. Actually, I can show you. I'll show you in a sec. Just make sure this works. We play through here. Nice ramp here. Ramps underutilized in Bloodthief. I wish the base game had more ramps because it's like weirdly it's just like unbelievably satisfying to jump off a ramp. You just like catch air and it's just nice. Just every spot in the main game that has a ramp, I just love it, and I wish there were more of them. So maybe we have a ton of ramps in this map to make up for it. But yeah, back to your question. I forget who asked it, but why do I clip the edges? 2 reasons. Unlike the like Quake compiler, which many of you who are familiar with Trench Broom might have used, it's not a BSP. So like if I want these edges to not get drawn, I have to, you know, replace them with a clip brush, which by the way, I guess I should show you what this looks like in the game. Is like it literally doesn't get drawn. It's just like a flat plane basically. That's what it looks like. So if I want it to not get drawn, I gotta do this clip brush thing. I'll show you what happens when I do draw it. Just like do this. Actually, I can just do that. Zoom over there. So yeah, you can see that it just looks normal. I just kind of got in the habit of clipping the sides of lava. I want to say that like really early on in Bloodthief's development, there was some sort of shader artifact that would occur if there was like overlapping, you know, lavas. But I must have fixed it because I'm not seeing it right now. But yeah, I just got in the habit of clipping basically the sides. It's a good habit if you're using Funkado. I don't do it enough, to be honest. There's tons of overdraw on Bloodthief. The plus side of overdraw though is that if people go out of bounds, it's not just like utter gibberish. It like actually is kind of like you can kind of tell what's going on. It's like, oh, I'm seeing like the outside of this geometry here. Whereas like if I was clipping this side, then like who knows what you're seeing? Like you're just seeing like weird invisible walls and stuff. Yeah, I've got yeah. Oh, Occam's Laser. What's up, man? Happy you're here. You got it's fine you're leaving. Thanks for joining. Everyone go follow Occam's Laser. He's the musician that made the music for Bloodthief, and it's like, I mean, I'm maybe a little biased, but it's like absolutely the most insane soundtrack ever. Yeah, go give him a follow on YouTube. I got like top 200 in the second map on the demo. Nice. That's not easy. Like, man, I don't know what the latest numbers are, but I think last time I checked, it was like 100,000 people played the demo. So that's actually crazy. It's better than I could do. That's for sure. Let's see. Voice crack is crazy. Yeah. People don't know this about me because I re-record if I get a voice crack. I mean, I guess I don't always re-record, but you'll definitely catch some voice cracks in my YouTube videos. But you'll catch a lot more in the stream because, yeah, I don't know, man. I just like have a cracky voice. Yeah, the demo leaderboards are insane. Yeah, they're absolutely absurd. The full game are getting there. They're already like. Yeah, I mean, there's no way I'm getting in the top 10 in like anything except for maybe level 3 because like I grinded that level, but yeah, I think even top 10 for me is like kind of out of the question in the full game, but hey, that's what it's all about, the competition. Console Bloodthief. I don't know, man. It just sounds so unfun to port to consoles. That's really my main qualm. And it's pretty expensive if you want to pay someone else to do it. So I don't know. I'm not against it. Oh, well, and I guess the other issue is that controller support is just terrible. And so I'd have to make that first order of business is to make controller support better. And then after that, I would consider consoles. So it's still very, very possible. It's just like there's a lot that has to happen before it happens. So yeah, you should have a terrain editor for custom maps. Yeah, you know what? Bloodthief, I really wanted to have terrains. I really wanted it, but essentially, Bloodthief's main terrain plugin, Terrain 3D, doesn't support DirectX right now. And I need that DirectX support, man. There's too many people that use it. I can't part with the DirectX support, and and that the plugin just doesn't support DirectX. So what are you gonna do? And it seems like a really complicated issue. So I certainly couldn't fix it. Like I was looking into it briefly, and I was like, yeah, that's not happening. Please make controller support better. Yeah. Agreed. I need to make it better. It's on the list, but it's hard, man. I mean, aim assist, like, what do you? It's like full-fledged, you know. I don't know if that's like an art, you know, not a science. I feel everybody does it differently. So it's like a big task. The aim assist. Don't add aim assist. Yeah, I mean, I guess there is, you know, it could mess with speedrunning potentially, or like the competitive aspect of the game. Like if people, you know, are purists. I believe like, you know, Ultra Kill has aim assist. I'd be curious if like anyone has any opinions on like if that has helped or hurt the speedrunning community. I would think that mouse keyboard users wouldn't want to use aim assist, but I don't know. I haven't looked into it that much. Unrelated, I love the way your skybox is in backgrounds. Thank you. Yeah, I fucking love this skybox. I feel like this is one of those things where like the stars aligned and I just like happened to pull out a banger skybox, like just screwing around with shaders. Yeah, which, you know, really just shows the importance of just do some shit. Because yeah, I am not a shader expert. I was just kind of like messing around and you know, this thing came about, and I love this thing. It's basically all the levels are using like a variation of this shader. Yeah. Don't put aim assist. Aim assist wouldn't make controller better. Make it more usable without gyro. I don't know how I would do that. Like the problem is the game is. So I guess I didn't read the question that well. Someone said, I guess I should say who asked that question. Sorry. Let me get used to, you know, saying your guys' names. I apologize for that. But the question was just make aim assist or make controller feel better without aim assist. I don't think that's possible. The problem is that analog sticks, sorry, I bumped the mic. The problem with analog sticks is that they're like, you have very coarse control compared to the mouse. And as far as I know, the way that, you know, other games get around that is with aim assist. I don't really know how you would make it feel better on analog sticks without aim assist. But yeah. Please stop swearing. My mom. I don't know if that's a joke, but that is something my mom would say. But I apologize for the swearing, but I don't know. It's just gonna happen. I hate to say it, unfortunately, every once in a while. Every good coder does best when messing around. Agreed. Yeah, I mean, I think the pitfall that I made with my first game was actually not messing around enough. Like I like designed these crazy systems that were like really like, you know, a lot of code, and it was cool, but then when like I wanted to change something in the gameplay, like now I have all this tech debt to work around. So I'm a big proponent now of like, oh, I have an idea for some gameplay. Make like the stupidest implementation possible to get the gameplay out the door, or just get like an MVP of the gameplay. That way, if like it ends up not being that fun, you didn't spend like a month working on it. You just spent like a minimal amount of time. You're fine trashing it, and you can go work on something else. And then if you do add stuff to it, you know, like if you've got this giant piece of infrastructure, typically there's going to be constraints with that. And if you want to like change your gameplay at all, it's possible your infrastructure you made doesn't support that. And so there's just, I don't know, Bloodthief's code, it's a disaster, but I think it led to the game being better because I was able to just like try stuff faster. And I think that's important. Please add swearing in the game. I don't really, it's possible you could do some like Game of Thrones style swearing, but I think like the dialogue, there is no real dialogue in Bloodthief. I really wanted it to feel like this kind of like almost like like inhuman. I wanted to like untether Bloodthief from like any human, sounding or feeling dialogue. Like all the level descriptions are very like cut and dry. So swearing, I feel like goes against that. Hey, I've been working on a game and I'm heavily inspired by Bloodthief. I love the graphical style of it. Great work. Thank you. I really appreciate it. It's crazy to hear stuff like that still because, especially the graphical style thing. Because, I'm like, when I started this, I had no art skills whatsoever, and I still have very little art skills. But anyways, I've been answering enough questions. Let's continue on with this map. By the way, if anybody has ideas for where they want me to take this, let me know. I will try to keep an eye on the chat. It admittedly is hard to keep up with, but I'll try to take your ideas into account. But for the most part, probably just going to be like riffing. Cool. So yeah, let's do another ramp because ramps are fun. So this first ramp, I was able to air dash to this guy to like get myself the speed. Let's make this ramp. You have to preserve your speed. So no guy. We'll add some a blood pickup. Oops. Okay. And then, I'm going to copy and paste this wall right here. We're going to move that. Does this go in the other direction? So this one I'm curving left. This one I'm curving right. Perfect. Let's see if we fly up here. By the way, is my audio still okay? Because I don't know, I've been bumping the mic a lot. I like putting blood packs on walls. Just fun. It's just satisfying. If there's one thing I learned like way too late in Bloodthief's development, it's that like just getting a health vial is satisfying. It's like a mini bite of satisfaction. And so like if you put like there's like literally no downside to putting a vial of blood on a wall. You could argue that the downside is that there's like less like, oh, you have to like conserve your blood less. But which is like, oh, like, it's less fun to conserve. Oh, whoa, I actually weirdly don't have enough blood there. So we'll add a blood vial there. But I actually have found that blood conservation is like, oh, whoops, I forgot to add lights. Blood conservation is like not that fun in general. I think the purpose with Bloodthief's blood system is just to make sure you're not just like spamming stuff. And to make sure that you have to like actually interact with like the systems. Like for example, like you have to kill people. So as long as you like aren't just like skipping all the enemies, I'm fine just like adding blood everywhere basically. Alrighty. Try that. Yeah, I really like this start. Feels good. This is feeling pretty nice so far. The light, oh, this is like a little bit too far away and a little bit too high. The light could be bigger, I think. Just gonna select all these. I'm gonna make the Omni range 80. I'm gonna select this, move it down, move it over. I'm gonna have to move these lights over. By the way, if you have any questions about what I'm doing, let me know, because I think like one of the goals of these streams is to like try to get more people involved in mapping. Because when that update comes, you know, I want there to be maps. I want there to be like lots of maps for people to play. So while it's in beta right now, which by the way, if you're coming in, I think I haven't said this since the very beginning. This custom maps feature is like technically available now. There's a guide to setting it up on the Discord server. You just have to like do a little bit of setup basically. So if you're interested in doing what I'm doing, not waiting until it's like fully released, you can just go on the Discord. There's like a little guide on how to set it up. Whoops. Bro, make a hyper fast section. That's actually a good idea. You know, that's another like, I don't want to call it a regret because I really like the level flow of Bloodthief, but a lot of people really like 2-3. Is that what it is? What's that level called? Ignis. Anime Morantes. I think that's like probably the most beloved level. Maybe not by speedrunners, but by like, I think just like the overall general audience of Bloodthief. And it's pretty unique. Like there's not a lot of level. There's not really another level like Anime Morantes. And so I don't know. I feel like if I could have done it over again, I probably would have made 2 Anime Morantes type levels. So maybe we'll make one right now. Start out like this, and then we're just gonna get ultra fast. Yeah, like this is pretty standard platforming section. Like maybe we should do something a little bit funkier. Okay, this part is like way too like slow and big. Maybe instead of a health pickup, we'll give you a super speed pickup. If you have regrets, you can make Bloodthief 2. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Depends on, you know, how Bloodthief does, you know, in the long run. And also, I guess, just like what I feel like doing. So I'm going to delete this, change this to super speed. There's a lot of like magic variables in the level editor, unfortunately. Like I just happen to know that the code for that is super speed for this pickup. But all this will be documented eventually and like much, I don't know, more ergonomic essentially for mappers. Yeah, let's try that. Wait, did I? Boom, 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 boom. All right. The level that has massive linear sections with speed, power up, and lots of linear blood pools. It's very blue looking. Yes, I know. Another thing that like, it's like it's unfortunately on the low priority list. But the all the power-ups put this blue filter over the screen, and I kind of hate it. Like it just makes the game look terrible. Like this is what we're talking about here, this blue filter. It would be much cooler if the exposure increased or something like that, or like blood tendrils like, you know, came from the corners of the screen. This blue filter, it's just lame, and it like makes the level look worse. Like it's like you're getting punished for getting a power up. So I kind of hate that, but There's just so much to do. So much to do, and like, I don't know, I'm not gonna lie, it just doesn't seem like that interesting of a problem right now. Okay, this is too high. Like, I feel like I need to like, I need to take all this. So I'm gonna use a trick right here, pro tip. You can like just select all this crap just by doing one of these and pressing Control E. That should do that. That should do that. I don't know if that made sense what I just did. Kind of want to put a blood vial on that wall right there in the beginning. Okay, I just like moved everything closer, but essentially I kept the gap size the same, so I undid what I originally had in mind. I need to make this gap less so. Very fun seeing the process. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, this is actually almost exactly my process for making regular maps. They're like making the full game maps. Just like a ton of trial and error, going about it little by little. And starting with a map that looks like this. That gap is a little bit too big. Like you're kind of just like hanging in the air for a while. Why can't I see the... Why can't I see the thingy-majig? Is it in the wall? What the heck? Oh, it is in the wall. Oopsies. Just zoom over there. There it is. Just to show off this lighting feature, because it's kind of hard to see in that light, I'm going to go ahead and say light color. And then what's cool about Trench Broom is that you have this color picker thing. You just click flow right here. Oh, whoops. And you click these three dots. And let's make this light like, I don't know, like a light orangish yellow. Zoom over there. And there it is. Light orangish yellow. You can make it purple. Increase the light energy. That's better. I like that. That's cool. That's cool. Do you have a notebook of stuff you want to do, or is this all in your noggin? Probably should have had a notebook or something. I'm kind of just winging it today. Next time, probably going with more of a plan. I wrote a few notes. I figure if this custom map thing starts getting boring, or if I start like, I don't know, getting fatigued, maybe I'll just, you know, start speedrunning some levels. But this is all I got for this map. It's just like make a map. Usually with a like with the full game maps, I definitely like kind of wrote out in words what I wanted like the map to kind of like the theme of the map to be like and stuff. Someone mentioned earlier that they wanted the map to be a to be like 2-3 in the game, but like maybe even crazier. So that's kind of what I'm working towards right now. So this gap right here is a little bit too much for my liking. I'm just gonna select all this stuff and move it forward. Big, huge gaps where you have like a ton of hang time. I don't know. You might have another opinion on this, and if you want to, you know, people who are, this is the beauty of making, you know, or user created maps. People can do things differently than me, but I don't really like the huge gaps because you're just like sitting there in the air, like waiting for things to happen. It's just like, okay, like I'm about to air dash this guy in like 3 seconds. And like, I kind of just like things to be like, boom, boom, boom. So I don't really like the huge gaps. Let's just test this one more time. All right, I was gonna put blood vials right here. That. What about some kind of tower climbing map? Yes, that would be fun. Potentially, if there's time, we can do something like that in this map. The problem with tower climbing, well, I guess there's no explicit problem. There is like kind of a towery level in Bloodthief. I won't spoil it. But it's kind of like, you know, gamers don't look up. Game dev pro tip right here. Gamers don't look up. Every part of every part of a map in Bloodthief that has you look up has been like an exercise in like massive trial and error, like figuring out how to get people to look up. Yeah, so that's the main issue with like a tower map. But luckily with the tower map, it's like you just get them to look up once, and now they're looking up, and now they get the point. So we could do that. Holy chat spam is someone spamming the chat that I need to kick or something. Not gonna worry about it right now, but everyone let me know if there's some sort of action I need to take. I probably should get like a mod or something like that for the chat. Maybe like send me a DM on Discord if you'd be interested in that, because I do want to stream more. Yeah, hyper fast section, a blood tether section as well. Yeah, let's freaking do it. So we've got the super speed power up. Now let's do some fast stuff. So we'll go here. So you're gonna get the super speed. You go here. This wall is probably too long. Probably do something like that. Okay, I haven't showed off doors or anything yet, so I think one thing that might be fun would be like putting a whoopsies. A bow knight here. But the door like doesn't open to him until you like get to a certain point, so like I don't want you to be able to like, in fact, it's actually just like block this off right here. I want you to have to curve around this wall here. And then another fun thing we can do is put like a door right here. Let's do that. So doors in Bloodthief, they just start out as regular old trench broom brushes, just like anything else. Do that. The only difference between a door and a ground is the texture. So go to face. We'll give it the door texture. Yeah, and then, so what is a door? It's a VT mover. Actually, let's duplicate this like that. Entity. So I'm just gonna, actually, we can do this. And go into, actually, might be faster to just guess and check here. I don't have a good system for like telling what direction these things go. I guess you could just remember, but I'm incapable of doing that. So I always just kind of guess and check. So I think it might be this way. We'll have it move 10 in hopefully this direction. It's going to open like, you know, like a grand entryway for you. And then here, we're going to make this structural. Make it invisible. And make it a trigger area. Oops. Its target is going to be door 1. And then this door, I have to give it a target name, which is door 1. If you're watching this and you're actually trying to like learn how to make custom maps, that might have completely gone over your head, and that's completely fine. It took me a long time to remember a lot of this stuff, even as the person who coded it up. But this target name system is kind of the like canonical Trench Broom way of like connecting entities together. So essentially the plan right here is for this, as soon as I go inside this area, these doors are gonna like open. And like I hinted at earlier, I don't actually know if they're gonna open in the right direction, but we're about to find out. We're going. Pretty decent, pretty decent. And they do not open in the right direction. Okay, that's fine. Change that to 0.0. 10. -10. Oh. 0. So this one's -10. This one's 10. Give that a try. I should put another blood vial there, so you can kind of go back and forth. It's kind of fun. The hell? Oh. Wow, I couldn't have... That was the only way I could have done this in all the wrong ways, which is exactly what I did. But now it should work. Yeah, that part's okay. There we go. Okay. Let's adjust the timing of that. I think I hit the trigger a little bit too early. I want it to like, you pass around the corner and you're like, oh, where do I go? And then the door is open. You're like, oh, I gotta hit that guy. Okay. Okay. Oh, where do I go? Oh, nice. Okay. That's pretty cool. I'm into it. Anybody come up with any ideas? Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep riffing. Does Trench Broom automatically draw the arrows if there are keys target? Yes. Great question. Yes, this is why you use the target and target name thing in Trench Broom. Trench Broom just like magically, it's like aware of these key value pairs. So like if you give one thing a target property of like door 1, for example, and then you give another thing a target name property of door 1, Trench Broom will like draw this arrow here from the thing that specified target to the thing that specified target name. And that's just really handy because now I can see, first of all, that they're connected. And I mean, yeah, basically that you can just see all your, connections that you've created via triggers. Yeah. So did I pick up the super speed power up there? Let's see. I feel like I wasn't going that fast. Like maybe I should just have you get the super speed power up sooner, because I feel like this level, I'm not feeling that fast. Okay. Yeah, as cool as this is, I kind of want to just pick it up sooner. This level's a little slow. This is a custom map. It's supposed to be crazy, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I do want this start though, so maybe pick it up here. Maybe pick it up here. You could leave the door to the end. You leave the door to the end of the level open and then make it crash down as soon as you step close. Oh, like it's like a obstacle. Yeah, let's do something like that. That's a cool idea. I'm into that. Okay, so grab the super speeds. Yeah, I probably don't need to slam there. Oh yeah, now we're going fast. Now we're going fast. We need to move that a little bit to the left. So I'm just going to copy this arrangement here that I made. And we're just going to like... You know, if it's worth doing once, it's worth doing twice. That's what I say. We just have to change the target. So this is going to be door 2. This is going to be door 2. Alrighty. I guess the reason I slammed there is to dodge the energy ring, but you don't really have to dodge it. Okay, yeah, this feels way better now that I've added super speed. Gotta add some light. It's dark. Should be good. There we go. Oops. Copy those. Copy that. Coffee break. Yeah, don't use target underscore name. That Trench Broom will not recognize that. What's the clip box? That's a trigger. So when I step through this, it opens this door. Yeah, so the way that you create... So, by the way, I guess I should give a little bit of background on what I've been doing. So this is a VT trigger area. It's just a trigger. Essentially, you can create any sort of brush in Bloodthief, and then you right-click on it, VT trigger area, and now it's a trigger. In fact, I don't even think I have to give it that clip brush. I think if I were to just go back, build, yeah, you can see it's not showing up. I just give it the clip brush just to like, it's almost as like a reminder to myself that it's not like a thing that is geometry. It's a trigger. Yeah, so you go through this trigger, open up this thing, let's see how it feels. It's probably about time for me to add a checkpoint because I'm getting sick of doing this over and over. That feels really nice, I will say. That's fun. I really like that. Let's make this second one. Axe. Tons of axes. Surprise axes. I'm actually... So they're going to be too small, probably. So I'm just going to scale them up to size 3. A little bit higher. And then, yeah, let's do this. And then, yeah, let's put some walls so there's no way around it. It's a little bit annoying that I have to keep flying over there every time. I wonder if I should add a feature to make it so I can just like build and like stay in my spot. A little bit higher and make those walls a little bit wider, maybe. Actually, it's a custom map. Doesn't need to be perfect. Let's just make them a little bit higher. Now they're too high. Wait, is that too high? Can I just like slide under this? No. Okay, it's perfect. Let's see here. How do you have free cam? I got a dev build. I'm sorry. I can't. You know, there is probably an upside to allowing people to have free cam, but I feel like the downsides are that just like way too easy for cheaters to just like free cam all the way to the end. I worry that my leaderboard clearing is going to go up 10x as soon as I release the free cam to the main game. So right now I'm just kind of, I would love it if people could have it. You know, it'd be fun. You know, you can screw around, but I don't know, man. I feel like it's more important that the leaderboards are pure. Right now they're pretty clean, and I like it that way. So no free cam for now. Let's see how this plays. I want to like have to avoid that ring of death there, because like right now you don't really have to avoid it. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's kind of cool. It's like doesn't really do anything, these axes. Just select the whole thing and just like make it longer. Let's make it like super long. See what happens. Deselect that. Do one more. Good game dev advice that I've heard, that I subscribe to this belief, is that take it to the point of going too far and then scale it back, which I've yet to do with this level. I have not taken anything too far. So let's take it too far, and then we'll delete some stuff if it's too much. But yeah, I typically like to do that. You just never know what's going to end up being fun, or more fun than you thought. I feel like I put some guys there just to add some flavor. Oh, this is actually pretty cool. Wait, is it too easy though? It's a little bit too easy, but I kind of like where I'm going with this. Let's see. You should make a katana and make the crossbow exploding ninja stars for like a custom skin or something. Well, I just won't say anything about that. Actually, I don't really care. There's a katana. There's a katana in the game. I'll equip it. Spoiler alert, sorry. If you haven't played the game yet, I feel like, you know, these are minor spoilers. I'm not going to spoil, like, actual main game levels right now, but the katana, I don't really feel bad about spoiling this. This weapon is, it's just okay. But yeah, arrows explode if you parry. It's actually not that useful. Funny enough. Felt pretty good. Oh, almost died. I like this part I want like an extra guy there. Yeah, I mean, this is like really not that hard. Let's try to make it harder. I will say one issue I have with Bloodthief is that I always make everything too hard. The game is a very hard game. I think it's probably turned some people away. I don't know if people were watching the Moist Critical stream, but I think he was struggling a little more than I would have hoped, and I think I just made the game a little bit too hard. I mean, too hard. That's a strong statement. I don't think it's too hard, but I think it's turning people away, the difficulty of the game. Unfortunately, I think it's attracting, you know, a lot of people, but I do think the difficulty has kept the game from achieving its full potential. I think there's some people that have bounced as a result. Okay, this is properly hard now. Move these down just a smidge. That's probably too much. Just a smidge. Yeah, Critical played Bloodthief. Go check his VODs. On his like secondary channel, he posted the VOD of the stream. It was really fun to watch. I was scared. I was fully clenched the entire time watching that thing, because yeah, man, there were a few parts where I was like, dude, you better not freaking, like a lesser man would have rage quit in his situation, but he didn't. To his credit, he prevailed. And then he stopped playing like, oh dude, this killed me. He stopped playing like right at the good part. And I haven't, you know, maybe he'll stream again, but probably not. And because I mean, he's a busy guy. But yeah, he was like about to get to like, in my opinion, the peak of the entire game, and he had to go do like a tournament or something, which was unfortunate. But I'm very grateful that he played. That was extremely surprising. I did not reach out to him. I don't even know if it's possible to reach out to him. He's so big time. I might have made it too hard. This is like kind of like a Kaizo level now. I might have made it too hard. That's kind of, it's like, what do you even do there? See? Do you just go straight? No, that doesn't work. Okay. Try this a few more times. Yeah, I could have less axes and make them alternate. Yes, I think that is the move. This is kind of ridiculous how it is right now. Rule of thumb, if it's too hard for me, it's way too hard for, you know, regular people. Oh, but this is kind of sick though. Shit! Sorry. Sorry for the swears. Actually, I don't know, man. I feel like it's just gonna happen. I don't know if I should be sorry about that type of thing. Let me know if I should be sorry for that type of thing. I don't know. I don't watch streams typically. Do people swear on stream? Is that like, am I getting demonetized? Am I allowed to do that? Holy crap. This is actually kind of sick. I'm not gonna lie. Oh! Tough. I kind of want to keep it, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I was having way more fun doing that than all this. Let me give it a shot. Maybe we just need to go faster. Fuck. Oh my god. Mega swear. I'm demonetized. Just kidding. I don't actually know how it works. All right, can we get through this? Oh my. I don't actually know what the strat is. Which is a problem, maybe. Mr. Blargus, will you be making a custom level maker? That's what this is. I mean, it's not mine. It's Trench Broom. But you can make Bloodthief maps with this right now, as we speak. You can go on the Discord for more details. I'm not gonna get into it. But yeah, you can make this. You can make this exact map yourself right now and have people playing it. Yeah, hop on the Discord. There's all the details are there. But bear in mind, it's in beta right now. It's jank, and it's gonna be getting better, hopefully. But it's still gonna be using Trench Broom. It's always gonna be a little bit jank. I mean, Trench Broom's not jank. My implementation is jank. I will never knock Trench Broom. It's the supreme software. But yes, long story short, you can make your own Bloodthief maps right now as we speak. That's what I'm doing. This level, I should clarify, this level is not going in the main game. I'll be posting it on the Discord for people to play. No matter what happens here, even if it turns out terrible, I'll post it on the cord. Okay, going to the side isn't the strat. But yeah, and then yeah, the way the Discord works is that when you make a map, there's a section for people to post their maps too. So it's not like you're just making these maps for yourself. Like you can make a map and post it and get feedback and, you know, iterate, whatever, you know. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun once people discover it. Can I survive this? I think one solution is to just reduce the amount of axes. Like, maybe delete every other pair. Oh! Secret bounce pad. That's an interesting idea. I like that idea. I mean, fuck it. Let's try it. Just put one like to the side right here. Whoops. Pad. What are these called? Why don't I have launch pad? What are this? What's this thing called? Oh, it's a brush entity. I'm like literally tripping. So we come from this direction. I'm gonna put a launch pad right here. Let's just see what happens. I like to use this texture for launch pads. Pressure. And the way that launch pads work is you just go into here and you call it launch pad. And then let's configure it a little bit. There's two parameters that you can tune for it. Bounce force and bounce force max. I'm gonna set them both to 30. And there you go. We got ourselves a launch pad. Did it work? God damn it. Let's just drop ourselves right on top of it. Oh my god, it's like right on. Okay, it does work. Let's restart. Yeah, I like making this Kaizo style map actually. I feel like this is the move. I'm selfish. I want to make a map that's fun for me. And that is going to be an absolutely absurd Kaizo map. This is probably the other reason why Bloodthief is like too hard, is that like I like games that make me suffer. Like I want to feel pain and then triumph. I feel like it's just like, you know, life. Not enough triumph in life, you know? It's like, you know, when you're a kid, you got like sports. You got like, you know, the school play. You've got like, You make like a class presentation and stuff. Oh, okay, this is too cheesy. But like as an adult, you just have no reason. You have nothing giving you triumph. Except for video games, as far as I know. And so it's like, how do you feel triumph if you don't have to go through trials? So if you've ever wondered why Bloodthief is too hard, it's because that's how I feel. Triumph is such a good feeling. That's like maybe the best feeling. Like, what's a better feeling than triumph, you know? Keep the axes, get rid of the floor. Whoa! You're onto something. Let's do it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Well, let's try it. Here's what I'm gonna do. So I can have these guys right here. We can always undo it. We can always undo it. Alrighty. Yeah, for whatever reason, I've just like got like an impulse to ground slam that Black Knight right there. I don't know why. It's utterly unnecessary. Holy shit! I forgot there's no floor. Alright, we're gonna need to adapt the strat. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna die. Oh my god. Damn it. I think I like it less. I hate to say it. I think I liked it more at the floor. I don't have enough options now. It's fun when there's you know, you can ground yourself, you can wall jump. I like having options. I did not like the launch pad though, I'm sorry to whoever suggested that. It gave me too much cheese. There we go. Ground slam the guy. Gotta do it. Gotta ground slam the guy. Get the super speed. Oh! Alright. That was pretty legit. Can I like clip that? Does OBS have a feature to clip something? I don't know how to do it. It's lost to the sands of time. How do I clip people? I think I have to probably have special software for that. Yeah, it's lost to the sands of time. Whatever. That was pretty legit though. Damn, I wish I had a clip. Oh, YouTube does. How do I clip? Someone tell me quick before it goes away. How do I clip? Oh my god. It's Rave. You're the GOAT. Thank you. So what just happened? If you've been watching my my devlogs, then you would know this tech quite well, I think. And if you're a speedrunner, then you're all too familiar. But you can essentially ground slam. Let's see if I can do it on command here. You can ground slam right before a ledge and just like freaking launch yourself. Like 1 billion miles per hour. It's like completely accidental, this tech. Now I kind of want to adapt this level to make it more like ledge climbable. I gotta raise this wall up. I gotta raise this wall up real quick. But essentially you can just like use ground slam plus ledge climb to just like absolutely launch yourself. And it's euphoric when it happens. And it's complete. I wish I could take credit for it, but I can't, unfortunately. I completely made this tech accidentally, and it's glorious. I feel like it's it's like the most fun Bloodthief mechanic, which is hilarious because I made it completely accidentally. But maybe it's not the most fun because you have to like, it takes a lot of practice to get right. So it's really fun for me because like, I'm obviously really good. But yeah, it's fun as hell. I guess the issue with ground slamming right there is you miss the super speed. And you kind of need that. So I'm just going to do the normal route. We're flying. We're flying. Do we like the Kaizo? The axes? I like it. Do you guys like where I'm going with this? Like, should I just keep, like, keep going with the Kaizo? I feel like I don't want to do any more axes. Like, this will be the only axe section. I think the question is, like, do I want, like, the next section to also be hard? Let's see here. Do the axes start based on entering that trigger zone? Or are they swinging when the level starts? They swing when the level starts. It's fully deterministic. Determinism was very important to me for like Bloodthief. I'll just take a quick aside here. Minor spoilers. Let's see, actually, no, I don't need to actually. I don't actually need to spoil anything. We can just do this. Foo. I'm gonna add a just to show off determinism at its finest. By the way, speaking of determinism, if anyone's ever seen the show Devs, great show. Such a good show. Bat. Devs, the show. The inspiration for this bat. This deterministic bat. Yeah, essentially, they always start in the same way. It's very important, in my opinion, for this to be the case for things like speedruns. If it's not deterministic, then you're relying on like some RNG or something like that for your run, which I don't know, actually. I was actually thinking about that. As far as I know, there's never really been a speedrunning game that has RNG. Like, imagine like a speedrunning game with like Vampire Survivors mechanics or something like that. Like, would that be interesting? Not saying I'm planning on making that, because that's like one of like a billion ideas that I have. But I kind of threw it out immediately, actually, because I was like, speedrunners don't want RNG. But I don't know. I'd be curious to hear a speedrunner's perspective if RNG would be good or bad in a speedrunning game. And when I say RNG, I mean like kind of the Vampire Survivors mechanic where like you get a certain, level or something, and then it gives you 3 options that are randomized, and you have to like pick your build as you go. Not in Bloodthief. This is speculative for like just game dev in general, like RNG in a speedrunning game. But if it can be manipulative, speedrunners will get wet. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, that actually is a good point. Like, I think I saw someone mention seeding. Yeah, like, okay, like let's say speedrunning game, Vampire Survivors mechanics, and you can seed like your run. So maybe there's like a seed meta, which is kind of interesting. I kind of love that, actually. It's like, oh, like the best seed right now is like 42, that's kind of sick. Maybe I can call myself a speedrunner. Personally, I hate RNG in my speedrun games. Yeah, I mean I think that's the standard opinion. That's why I try to avoid it in Bloodthief. There's a little bit of RNG in Bloodthief, with physics and such. Like if anyone's tried tassing Bloodthief, I think they'd be familiar with like the minute sources of RNG that can mess with a task. But I think to like the regular player, there should be like no RNG in Bloodthief, and it's gonna stay that way. Bloodthief will never. I'm never gonna like add RNG to Bloodthief. Rest assured. There are a lot of RNG speedruns. For example, Blue Prince has a big speedrunning community. Ah, did not know. Did not know. RNG is awful because it's just reset until you get this thing. Ah, very true. Very true. What if there was seeding though? I'm kind of interested in that idea. If you could seed your run. So there's like RNG, or there's like speedrunning, you know, archaeologists that are just trying to find the best seed. And then there's the, you know, the speedrun, like, you know, executors that they take those seeds and do kind of like an epic run with it. It's hype when RNG works out though. Yeah. I mean, look at Megabonk, man. What a game. What a game. And what's the other hot game I've been playing? What's that game freaking called? Why am I blinking? Oh, Clover Pit. Incredible game. Absolutely incredible games. I already said this, but I feel like adding some kind of enemy object that you have to hit to bounce off of would be awesome. That's a great idea. That's a great idea. You know, another game that I've been playing lately, I mean, I'm just trying to play a lot of games right now because I unfortunately, I didn't game much during the last few months of Bloodthief's development because I was just freaking hauling ass on the game, you know? So I'm really just trying to up my gaming. But one game I played a lot of it last night actually was I Am Your Beast. And I think like somewhat of a missed opportunity for Bloodthief is just like the amount of like environmental interactivity that there is in I Am Your Beast. Yeah, so I feel like to your point, an enemy that you like bounce off of, or like the enemy you hit it and it bounces you up in the air, like would have been sick. Would have been sick. For the record, I love how Bloodthief turned out. I could not be happier with how it's like my ideal. I was talking about how I probably made it too hard. Like, I wouldn't want it to be any easier, to be honest. So yeah, don't take any of these ideas that I have to mean that I wish Bloodthief turned out differently or something like that. Like, I couldn't be happier with how this game turned out, but yeah, just speculating for future next games. Aren't barrels things you can bounce off? Yeah, which by the way, they're totally missing from this map. Let's just add a barrel. Show people kind of how barrels work. The problem with barrels is they bounce you kind of backwards. It would be cool if there was an enemy you slapped it and bounced you straight up. I feel like that'd be cool. Or maybe bounce you forward. Imagine if there was an enemy where you hit it and it just like rocketed you forward. Like that kind of thing, man. Would have been cool. Yeah, barrels kind of bounce you back. I mean, honestly, barrels would have been cool if barrels rocketed you forward. Like you can kind of do this kind of thing, which I guess takes a little bit more skill. I mean, you take a game like Neon White. It's like Neon White took the approach, I feel like, of making like all of the little mechanics that you run into like more like really accessible to like regular casual players. And I think Bloodthief is just like all the mechanics are just like a little bit harder to make useful for yourself. Barrels are a perfect example. It's like you kind of gotta like jump and like hit it at a weird angle to like you know, use it in a useful way, which I think is fun, but you know, it's just different types of games, I guess. But the other approach to barrels would be like, yeah, I think Neon White does this. It's like you hit the barrel, and it just launches you straight up every time, no matter what. And that's a very valid approach. You could argue. I think the argument can be made that it's better, but I think that this makes for a deeper game, which is what I wanted. I wanted Bloodthief to feel super deep. Like, what's the saying? Like a foot wide and a mile deep. I feel like that's Bloodthief. I don't know. I'm totally butchering the saying, but that was essentially the plan. Off topic, but since you've worked on your game a lot, I watched the beginning and love your content. How do you keep motivation and focus on making your game without getting distracted? That's a tough one. I'll start by saying that it's a tough one because, I mean, when you're working, which Bloodthief, for the majority of Bloodthief's development, I was working a full-time job. So there's a portion of Bloodthief's development I was working a full-time job, then I went part-time, and then I went full-time Bloodthief. I mean, there's no sugarcoating it. Like, when I went part-time, it got easier to work on Bloodthief. And then when I went full-time Bloodthief, it got even easier to work on Bloodthief. When, you know, you've only got so much energy in the day. And so I feel like, man, I'm really trying not to come off like you should quit your job, because that's a bad idea. Bloodthief definitely got more stressful when I quit my job, which, you know, you don't want, you know. But long story short, be easy on yourself. That's advice number one, is to be easy on yourself, because you only have so much energy. And if you're like feeling tired after work and like not motivated to do dev, like I feel like that's like an extremely normal, like that's just like an extremely normal state to be in, to be tired after working all day. Advice number two would be, I gained like an insane amount of motivation when I had my friends play my game. Which there's a devlog on it, you can go watch it. But the game was terrible. Like if you go watch, you know, that devlog, I think it only has like 40,000 views, which is, you know, it's a good amount of views. But like the game looks terrible. It does not look good in that devlog, and it was terrible. But I had my friends play it anyways, even though it was in this like utterly broken state. I mean, broken's the wrong word. It just was bad. It wasn't broken, like it worked. It just was a bad game. And I had my friends play it, and it was like, now all of a sudden I have like a billion ideas of things that I want to like fix. As you watch it and you're like, no, why are you doing that? Like that's why you it's such a shitty experience. Like, and you like you're just like seeing all these like terrible things that your friends are running into. And it's like, I don't know, everyone's reaction to life, you know, is different, but like my reaction to that was like, I gotta fix this stuff like right away. And so as soon as I had my friends play my game, even though it went terribly, I mean, it was really fun because it was hilarious, but the game was objectively terrible. Got a ton of motivation from that. I would say if you're working on a game, get to a point where you've got something that people can play, even if it's terrible, and then just like ask like anybody to play it. You know, friends, family, people online, whatever. Really gives you a lot of motivation, at least in my experience. So yeah, that's my advice. Let's see. There's some amount of momentum and spacing that is important to neon white barrels. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a neon white expert. I've of course played it, but like, I didn't like speedrun that game or anything, so I'm not too familiar with how those work. Someone mentioned blood tether and barrels. I kind of love that idea. So like, not a lot of people miss this actually, but you can let's see, how do I equip this thing? Is it that? Yeah, you can blood tether barrels. Oh, minor spoilers for late game weapons. It's fine. I honestly, I feel like I should have I should have promoted that the game had this thing more, because I feel like no one knows that this is in the game, and it's freaking awesome. Like, it's my favorite mechanic in the whole game. It basically is a thing that allows you to just like friggin' wall jump anywhere. And it's like, man, it's so fun. It's so fun. I'm so happy with how this mechanic turned out. Honestly, maybe you should have a blood tether for this part. Here, let's just add it to the map here. Wow, I'm getting very distracted. If you want me to stay on track, let me know. Bow pickup. Though I'm probably not gonna see it because I feel like I'm missing a lot of messages. Arrow type 2. Okay, this map's getting a little bit messy, but that's okay. It's, you know, custom map. We're not going for the best map ever here. We need more arrows in this bow pickup. $20. Something I really think is keeping your game buildable, never have a broken repo. I'm not really sure what you mean by that. I don't know how your repo would ever be broken. But yeah, I would say that's good advice, is to keep your game working. It's possible that I'm just naive. Like, I just don't know what the status quo is for development these days, but I don't know how your repo would be broken. I do feel like I quit my job at like the worst possible time in history, for the record. Like, I was a software engineer. If I ever have to like go back to my old job, like, pff, dude, I'm so AI replaced right now. So I mean, I'm not. I actually, if you guys want to know my opinion on AI, at least with respect to software development, it's that, and maybe I'm naive, but man, kind of sucks. I feel like it does not work that well, and that like companies will soon realize it. I mean, I guess my core point with that is that, like, I feel like what's the CEO of OpenAI? What's that guy's name? Altman. I feel like I see him on my Twitter all the time. Like, he sounds like he's like Jesus or something like that. Like, he's like the next version of ChatGPT is gonna like change the world. And then like every single time it releases, like, yeah, I'll try it out just to see what it's all about. And then like it just like fails on like the simplest thing. Yeah, and it's just like, I don't know, you ask it to do anything of any complexity at all, and it just seems to just like utterly fail. And the worst part is it's like always confidently wrong. And so it's like, what are we doing here? Like, the whole point of a software engineer is to solve problems. And if it can't solve a problem that like has any sort of complexity at all, then what's even the point? Anyways, that's my incredibly naive opinion. I'm not well versed on the subject, but hopefully I didn't trigger anybody. Downsides to Trench Broom. Many. There are many downsides to Trench Broom. It's extremely contrived compared to something like Blender. I'll give it. I guess I haven't added any new map in a while. I've been getting super distracted. So, but like, you take something like Blender. You know, the world is your oyster. You can make like any shape easily. You know, I mean that. You know, it's like it's a full-fledged modeling tool. With Trench Broom, you know, you basically got these rectangular prisms, and then you can like cut them up you know, to make like oblong geometry or whatever. And then you can also use these tools like this to make like circles or whatever. Like here, let's make like a hollow. Give it like 32 sides. So we can make like a ring, you know, and then you can rotate it or whatever. You know, you can do all sorts of stuff, but it's really, really, you know, a constrained environment compared to something like Blender. But the plus, I mean, I'm sure many of you have heard the term creativity with constraints, that having constraints actually brings out your creativity. I subscribe to that belief so hard, so especially with Trench Broom. Having to like block out, so every level in Bloodthief is made with Trench Broom. So everything starts out with like cubes like this, and I'm not doing a very good job like explaining what's possible here. I'll just open up like a better map. Like this is made with Trench Broom. And so you can make like cool looking stuff with just rectangular prisms that you're like cutting up. Like you can see I made this like cone thing. Let's see. Here's like an arch right here. So you can do stuff, and it's not that hard. Just takes like a little bit of experience. Like I've got these like kind of oblong rocks over here. But it's a constrained environment, and I think that's actually a good thing. I think it actually like yields better results. If you're like me and you're a beginner, you're not like a mega pro with Blender. It actually like, I think I make a when I was trying to make maps with Blender, it was just a disaster. It was literally just a disaster. And then when I got into Trench Broom, like everything all of a sudden, like it was like the world opened up to me. So very, very likely that I'm going to be using Trench Broom to make maps for maybe forever. I just love it. And I feel like, I mean, when you think about it, the world is very square, you know, like a building, a house, it's like, it's square, man. Like, so even if you're making like a photorealistic game, you know, maybe you model your trees or whatever in Blender. Maybe you use a terrain plugin for the ground. But if you're modeling like houses, Trench Broom, man. I don't see why not. Maybe that's terrible advice, but I just feel like Trench Broom. The other issue with Blender is if you're doing interiors with Blender, I feel like it gets painful really quickly. Like having a thing that has an exterior that needs to look good and an interior to look good. Just so much easier with Trench Broom. It's just like, because everything's a rectangular prism. So you've already got, like, here's a wall. Just like wood. It's like, okay, here's my interior. Here's my exterior. You know, we're already building like a house. I mean, this is a terrible example. Don't clip this one. But it's like, I don't know. It just works really nicely for making buildings that have an interior and an exterior. Whereas I feel like in Blender, that's painful. Maybe I'm not a Blender expert. So, you know, maybe I'm just like spitting nonsense right now, but that's where I'm at. I'm going to keep using Trench Broom. Long story short. That was a very long answer to a very short question. I can't imagine going directly into Blender to make a platforming map. It's so much harder to edit afterward. Yeah, I mean, I think what people probably do that do use Blender is they do some sort of like kit bashing type situation where they make like the platform in Blender and then they kind of like add pieces. They like add the platform in Godot or Unity or whatever they're using. Like, I don't think they're actually, I mean, maybe there's some people that do this with like a platformer, but I would imagine that they're probably arranging pieces in engine, not in Blender. How do I make breakables break with a bell? Ah, that's a great question. And let's do it. Let's add it to our map. Actually, this will be fun. This will be fun. Let's go back to our custom map. I'm actually going to move the beginning back. I'm going to put a wall right here. Surprise. It's such a good source of fun. Such an easy way to make something fun. So here's what we do. We make this wall right here. Brush entity, VT, breakable, voice crack. Target name, breakable wall. Breakable type, trigger only. I'm going to say this like a billion times during the stream because I'm trying to get people to make maps. But you can do this. I'm not using any special tools. This is available to do right now with the current build of Bloodthief. So here's a bell. Target. Whoops. Did not mean to do that. It's already target property. Breakable wall. That's it. Oh shit, need a light. It's dark in here. Both of these. There's our bell. Oh, it kind of like blocked our view. We didn't even really see it. A little too high. I mean, there you go. I mean, it kind of looks like crap. Here, let's do this. Let's make a little hole. Like that. Then I'm gonna grab all these. Right click, make structural. That just turns it back into a non-breakable. But we're leaving this part as a breakable. Still feel like it's a little too high. Okay. There you go. Kind of looks like shit. We'll keep it. Put a blood. Or whoops, it's called health. You were a great guy to shout out Dump Truck DS's Trench Broom tutorials. Okay, I'm gonna shout him out again. Dump Truck DS, if you're interested in Trench Broom at all, even if you don't even want to do Bloodthief mapping, like let's just say you're just interested maybe in Quake modding, Dump Truck DS, man. That's got to be one of the best tutorial series on the internet. It's so good. It's so like, just like he's got a way with words, man. Like he's just like, I feel like he's like Bob Ross or something like that. Like I just like really had a lot of fun with that tutorial series. It's like, man, I wish I could like forget all my Trench Broom knowledge and like watch Dump Truck DS's tutorial series again. It's just so good. Make an explosion as well. Funny enough, I don't actually have the tech for that. That's such a good idea. Like, why have I not thought of that? Like a triggerable explosion. Ugh. Sometimes, man. Sometimes someone gives an idea and it's like, why didn't I think of that? Yeah, I don't have the tech for that. I suppose we could. Nah, I don't really want to code today. I don't really want to code. I'm a little bit concerned about coding on stream because I'm like terrible at multitasking, and coding like requires me to like use my brain. So I'm worried that it's gonna like devolve into just silence instantly as soon as I start coding. But maybe another time we'll code up like a triggerable explosion. But right now we gotta deal with this. Kind of looks like crap, but we're dealing with it. Let's see how this level's doing. Okay, I had a really nice start in this level. Now it's kind of terrible. It's like it doesn't flow nicely anymore. I think I need to move like this whole shenanigan just closer. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to group it. Breakable wall. Okay. Do you use external editor for Godot? Like code editor? Yeah, I use VS Code. Gotta have it. I don't know. I just yeah, that's better. That's much better. Much better. Okay, tiny. Another little tidbit. Take it or leave it. Sometimes the difference between a good map and a bad map is just like the tiniest little tweak. And you just never know until you try. Bah! What did someone ask? Do I use an external editor? Yeah, VS Code, man. You know, integrated editor. Oh, whoops, I forgot this little corner piece. Integrated code editor is okay. I need my double pane. I need my Git plugin so I can, you know, I'm pretty sure Godot has like a Git plugin, but my brain, it needs VS Code. I'm too deep in VS Code. I tried using the Godot default code editor and couldn't do it. I've been on that VS Code game for far too long. Been using it for like 100 years. Anything inspired the gameplay style of Bloodthief? Yeah, big time, man. Quake was the original. You know, before Bloodthief. I mean, Bloodthief has changed a lot over the development process, but the original was Quake and Hotline Miami. And then over time, Neon White, big inspiration on like the gameplay loop, like just like the kind of like the pace at which things happen and like the like overall flow of the levels. Neon White. And then just like various VFX and like just like overall vibes. I don't think I actually, well, Ultra Kill, long story short, Ultra Kill, another big inspiration. Yeah, so one issue I'm realizing with this part is that there's not really a strat. I'm kind of just winging it every time. And that's never fun. Like, you want to be able to be like, you want to like die and be like, okay, what could I have done differently that time? And like, it's like when I die in this hall of axes, I'm like, what even am I supposed to do there? The other issue is, let's see. The other issue is that I can ground slam over it, I believe. We'll double check that. But I think I have to put a roof or something. Okay. That didn't work right there. Pretty Pretty sure a minute ago I was ground slamming over it. Let's see if we can pull it off right here. Huh! Okay, I mean, at least it's a hard move to pull off the cheese. Let's just add a roof anyways, though. You should make music start when you hit the bell. Is that... Yeah, that's doable. We can do something like that. Actually, it's only partially doable. The custom maps... the custom map situation with Bloodthief, I need to make it so you can add whatever song you want or whatever, or like at least something from the Bloodthief OST. Right now, it's like you're stuck with the one song. So let's not go around. Let's not go that route yet. You could just spawn an explosive arrow. You're saying to like if I want to trigger. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that might be how I do it. I don't know. It's probably an easier way. You could just spawn an explosion. Yeah. Bloggers, let me preach to you the good word of NeoVim for editing. I've tried, man. Sorry, I didn't mean to say. I don't know if you're a man, but I've tried, and I just can't do it. I don't know if you guys have heard of the Primogen, but I was like an OG Primogen fan, and he did a lot of Vim tutorials in his early days, and I followed it. I tried, but I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. It was just too. It was too hard. I know the basics of Vim. It's kind of like you'd need to as a software engineer, because like every once in a while you're just like, I don't know, working on some remote server or something like that. You just need to change like one, semicolon, and so you just open up Vim real quick. So I know Vim, but man, I just have not been able to, engrave it into my skull. It just doesn't compute. All right. I think we should actually maybe, because we've been going for over 2 hours. I think what I'm going to do is actually put an end on this map. Maybe we can chit chat a little bit. Maybe I'll speedrun. But like, I think actually we'll pick up another map another time. I still haven't figured out my exact streaming schedule yet, like how often I'm gonna do it. Hopefully another time in the next like 7 days. That's the plan. But yeah, I mean, this map. Oh, there we go. There's the cheese. Yeah, look at us cheesing this. We gotta fix that. So yeah. Put a roof on this map, put an end, and then we'll chit chat if you guys want. And then maybe I'll do speedrunning if that seems interesting to people. I'll probably stick to the first 10 levels of the game. I don't want to spoil anything too. You know what I'll do? I'll speedrun level 3. Actually, maybe I'll save that for another stream. But there's a lot of people that think that, I don't know, like, I feel like there's people that like don't believe that I actually got the time for that map, so maybe I can try to beat my time or something like that. But that would be fun. But maybe I'll save that for a future stream, because I don't want to use up all my fun ideas here. But yeah, man, this is my first stream ever, and I'm starting to feel the fatigue. I gotta get some coffee. So let's wrap this up before things get weird. So roof. Desperately needed. See how that goes. Oh, I forgot about my blood tether. We're not doing anything fun with this. Yeah. This map kind of, you know, it's messy. Because here's the thing. You get this blood tether, and you can just, like, you can just skip everything. So this map, like, desperately needs some walls. But maybe that's good. Maybe it's good that you can skip stuff. Sometimes the skips are more fun than the main route itself. I do feel kind of bad posting something so kind of crappy on my Discord, but, you know, whatever. Better than nothing. Maybe. Oh, put a launch pad at the end. That's kind of fun. I like that idea. Maybe I should reduce the amount of axes here. Especially now that we had a roof. I'm going to delete every other set of axes. There's just no strat. And if there's no strat, there's no fun. All right. Yeah, I like that launch pad at the end idea. Oops. It's not meant to be. Oops. There we go. Let's do one of these. This is how you do the launch pad. BT launchpad. Let's give it a huge jump. Let's do 100. 100. Put a launch pad for the end. So launch pad launch you to the enter. Yeah. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Raz Rarigo. I like that idea. Gibson, teaching the world to use skips. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Teaching people how to break my map. Giving away all the secrets. One thing that I've done before that's kind of fun is to like surround this in the end level gate. So it's like this. Hold up. Let's make this symmetrical. Wait, what the hell? There we go. Okay. There's that. I'm gonna make this red. End level gates in Bloodthief. Always red. End? Is that what it's called? Final. And then yeah, I'm just gonna make this a clip brush, and this is gonna be a VT end level area. So this kind of sucks for people that have been watching that left. But this is how you finish a map, which is the most important thing. There are basically two things that every map needs. You need a player start. This is the exact point in space where you start. And then you need an end level area. Once you have those two things, you have a map. And then you just add everything else in between. And all the other stuff in between is optional. But if you have those two things, then you have a map. So yeah, let's see how this goes. Oh shit, I missed my super speed. Grab this one. God. Oh my God, I keep missing the super speeds. All right. I do like that start. I feel like everything starts to get bad here. First of all, that roof did nothing. Very much cheesing this still. I don't know if I'll be able to fix that. I mean, maybe it's fine. You know, ground slam, jump. It's tech, you know? You gotta figure out the tech. But yeah, this is really somewhat lame. Oh, okay, first of all, it's dark. And that launch pad kind of launched me in a weird direction. It's gonna be really difficult to test because I have to get through the axes to see if the launch pad is configured properly. Just do that. $160. Just make a huge light. Yeah, I'm running into like issues with this is it's like the light range. The visibility range is like really low. It's probably something I need to tweak in the code, unfortunately. It's like lit, but you can't see that it's lit until you get closer. You know what? That's such an easy code tweak. I think I'm just gonna do it real quick. Supplement light. Yeah, what's the Godot documentation for it's called a Omni Light 3D. Or I guess it would be a, let's see. Distance fade. Begin. Distance fade begin. Set to 100. Let's just try this. 1,000. We're experimenting live. Don't know if this is gonna work. Oh, it worked. Awesome. All right, let's see if this works. Or if this plays all right. Why not use the in-editor documentation? It's a good point. Would have been better. All right, will I get through the axes? Not gonna lie, I'm scared. Don't die! Ah! The problem is I can't just zoom to the launch pad because I need the momentum going into it. So I need to get through these axes. Oh shit, I don't have the super speed. I'm gonna cheese it for testing purposes. Super speed. God. All right. Do we got this? Oh yeah, we got this. Easy, easy. No, I'm out of blood. Damn it. Okay, so that's, I guess, one of the nice... That's kind of like... It's kind of nice. It can't really cheese it. I'm gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way because I need to save my blood. No. Guys, this is pretty hard. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. Oh, brutal. I can't say that part's fun. It was fun the first time, but it's not that fun to iterate on. The first time it was pretty chaotic. It was like, oh, how do I not die? But now it's like, dude, even with half the axes, it's like, oh, wait a minute. Maybe I just need to not be dumb. Oh my God, I ran out of blood. Okay, we gotta... Okay, this is way too high. Okay, so let's add some blood vials. This will be kind of fun. Actually, let's do this. Just like randomly scatter dudes all along here. This might be like unbelievably frustrating. And then I need to tone this down significantly. Need a blood vial. Yep, exactly. That's what we're doing here. Knights are blood vials in disguise. Damn. Parried too early. Or I don't even know what happened there. Cause I feel like I parried it. Okay. Alright. Let's lock in. I need to kill one of these guys. Holy crap. We did it, people. We did it. Alrighty. Yeah, what the hell's going on? Why did I get so many levels? What the hell happened there? I think I like gave myself during when I was developing another feature earlier, I gave myself like all the weapons or something, and that gave me a bunch of levels. That's hilarious. Yeah, that's the other feature I need to implement still with custom maps is an ability to like set the medal times. We can't do that yet. So we're just gonna have to be happy with dung. But yeah, that's custom mapping, people. Yeah, I'm thinking that for the most part, we'll call it stream right now. If anybody has any like last second questions, I'm happy to stick around and chit chat for a little bit longer. But otherwise, we'll probably start wrapping things up. Blood vials with danger attached to them. Exactly. That's what loosely is what the goal of what a knight is. They end up being like so. I mean, I guess the archer knights are pretty dangerous. Like they definitely can snipe you. But the melee, the base melee knight is like pure fodder, which granted is fun. Adding fodder, it's like a cheat code to like just making a level more interesting. I should have added more fodder to the game, I guess. Well, you don't want the player to have too much blood. So I don't know. I think everything's well tuned right now, but adding fodder, always a good call. Most of the time. Are you gonna upload to Discord? Maybe. I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen, to be honest. I don't know what happens when I stop streaming. Does YouTube save it? I don't know. If YouTube saves it, I'll upload. I'll post the link. I kind of thought it was going to drop into the void this stream after I was done, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully it gets saved somehow. That'd be cool. How do you feel about the current speedrunning routes? I freaking love it, man. It's like, sorry, I keep like saying, man, I need to stop doing that. I freaking love it, person. There are some, I mean, I actually couldn't be happier for the most part. I mean, there are a few super cheesy routes that like, well, okay, this is two-pronged of why I'm happy. On one hand, there's a lot of levels that have like really, really cool routing, like better than I ever could have imagined, honestly. And it like really makes me happy to see like the sheer like awesomeness of some of these runs. Which maybe I should be playing and talking because this is easy. I'm just like making you guys look at a blank screen. But yeah, the sheer awesomeness of these runs. Yeah, couldn't be happier with it. The other reason I've been happy is because there have been some routes that have been cheesy. And I fixed them. And basically have gotten no backlash. Which is like amazing. Because like, man, there have been so many aspects of this Bloodthief journey where it's like I do something that I know is better for the community and the overall fun of the game in the long term, and I just like get a lot of backlash for it, and it sucks. And I just feel like the community has in general been like very receptive to my tweaks that like you know, sometimes they kill speedruns, and that's the unfortunate downside, but I've been really like just grateful that everyone's kind of been flexible and down for, you know, what my vision is for how Bloodthief should be. So yeah, just like, I don't know, been stoked about these runs. If you want to see some of these runs that I'm like stoked about, check out my TikTok, which I'll probably actually be posting them to YouTube Shorts as well. For the longest time, I thought that YouTube Shorts was like, you weren't supposed to do it because it like hurts your main views or something like that. But recently I've heard that that's not the case. So I might actually start reposting some of my TikToks to YouTube. So keep an eye out on that, or keep an eye out for that. Lark, what do you think of this idea for a new mechanic to be introduced in a larger update? An equal and opposite mechanic to the slam vault for vertical exploration and movement. It sounds cool, but I'm not going to add more mechanics. Just putting that out there. Adding mechanics. It's possible, like, well, no, I just don't even want you to get your hopes up. Adding mechanics is so hard because while technically it's not hard to make, I mean, it does take time to do that type of thing. It runs the risk of like ruining some aspect of the game that already exists. And so it's like things work right now. The game is fun with the existing mechanics. Adding new mechanics, it's just after post-launch, I don't know. It's just it's playing with fire, I feel. So yeah, probably not gonna do it. YouTube usually saves it. Please tell me that's true. That would be sick. I would love it if I just got like a free video out of this. That would be amazing. I wish there were armored knights in the game. They were fun, but kind of disappeared. Yeah, you know, armored knights are tough because it's interesting you say that, because I feel like in a few contrived scenarios they were fun, but by and large it was difficult to make them fun, in my opinion. That's basically why they're not in the game more. Yeah, I liked the armored knights overall. Like for example, Cloud Castle, probably the most hated level in Bloodthief. Most people, I feel, They play Cloud Castle, they move on. They don't want to play it again. But there is a very specific type of player, and I'm in this bucket, that just like loves Cloud Castle. And for that reason, I'm happy it's in the game. But the reason why it's not in the game more, levels like Cloud Castle, is because like didn't playtest that well. Like, you know, yeah, a lot of people were just like, screw that level. I never want to play it again. And I was like, all right, guess I won't be making more of those. Yeah. I love the aspect of incorporating previous out of bounds runs, inbounds runs. Very interesting idea. Yeah, I did that a few times in Bloodthief. You know, like an out of bounds came up in playtesting or in the demo or something like that, and I made an inbounds run. I wish I could have done it more. I didn't realize when it happened, like with the blinded holdfast, for example, like how lucky that was. Like for there to be an out of bounds route that actually like works super well as an inbounds route. Like, I kind of was like, oh, I'm going to do this like all over the place in the full game. But man, it's just hard. It's just really hard because like if you take the amount of geometry I had to add to blinded holdfast, for example, to make that out of bounds route an inbounds route, it's like you got to like double the size of the level just for this like one route. So it's hard. It's hard, long story short. But I did do it a few more places in the full game. There are like quote unquote routes that were out of bounds that like ultimately became inbounds at the end of the day. Blarg, what do you use for all the God Killer runs? Yeah, I use whatever sword I want. I said this earlier, but essentially the default sword I used for the... I only use the default sword for the demo God Killer medals, and it just like... I felt like I was too constrained. I was not putting my best foot forward, and it was bothering me. So... yeah, that was clean. That was super clean. I'm actually just gonna start playing through the game a little bit as I answer some of these questions. God Killers. Have you tried any other engines? Also talked about this briefly earlier. Yeah, I was a Unity guy for a long time. Unity guy. Very using that term loosely. I was a Unity amateur, I should say. Never made a game or like even got close to making anything even remotely good or finished. But like I played around and dabbled in Unity and made absolutely terrible stuff for like that I never finished, by the way. Never even got close to finishing for years in Unity. And then I picked up Godot. Bloodthief is like I did make like a little tiny pet project besides Bloodthief in Godot just for fun. It was like, this is gonna be a deep, what do they call it, a deep cut. If anyone's ever heard of Fantastic Contraption, the game, I made like a Fantastic Contraption clone in Godot. Not really, like it didn't work at all. I made like a very, very basic prototype. That was like with Godot before Bloodthief. I haven't even really talked about that until now. But mainly because it's so insignificant, it doesn't even matter. But yeah. So a few really, really crappy, completely not even close to finished projects in Unity, and one really, really crappy, completely not even close to finished project in Godot. And then I was like, you know what? I actually want to finish a game. Let's actually like come up with something that I can actually finish. Because even that Fantastic Contraption idea, it's like if I wanted to actually finish that game, it would have taken forever. It's like, I don't know. It's like a lot of technology required to make a Fantastic Contraption simulator. So, long story short, that's where I started. Stream bitrate very low, unwatchable. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Next time I'll try to make it higher. Cloud Castle is great. You know, the bane of my existence. Oh, Gibson, what's up, man? Yeah, 3.9, I'm guessing is what you're referring to. Can I choose which axis to use? Is it possible to move stuff in every axis in Trench Broom 3D view? Like, can I choose which axis to use? Yeah, let me show you. Let me give a little bit of like a guide there. Like, yeah, like you can move stuff in any axis, X, Y, Z, and then if you want to lock to the axis, you just like if I wanted to move this on the X axis here and lock it to the X axis, you just start moving it in the X axis and then hold Shift, and then it will lock to the X axis. And then if I want to move it up, you hold Alt and drag. And if you want to move and lock it to the Y axis, you just start moving it on the Y axis roughly, and then hold Shift. That's how it works. Any tips for someone starting out in Godot, plugins or something? Also not sure whether to do 2D or 3D. So tips, Godot tips. Watch Brackies. That's probably my number one tip. Watch the Brackies tutorial. I'd probably do 2D. I would also take the your first game tutorial. It's like the Godot, documentation tutorial. It's like your first 2D game. I did your first 3D game because I wanted to make a 3D game. The first 2D game is probably slightly easier. If you don't have any experience with Blender, probably better to do a 2D game. I had a little bit of experience with Blender because of my prior projects I was just talking about. So that's why I went 3D. But it's probably better to do a 2D game. Watch Brackies. Watch the Godot document. Or it's not a video tutorial. It's a text tutorial. But yeah, I would watch Brackies and I would do the text tutorial on Godot. And that'll get you on your way. And then just watch tutorials, try to get out of tutorial hell, of course. Like I would say just try to like screw around and make, come up with ideas and try to implement them. It's always a good way to learn and watch tutorials here and there. But start with Brackies and start with the Godot tutorial. Why is the bitrate? I know. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry about the bitrate. Is there any way? Does anyone know if there's a way I can increase it like midstream? As far as I know, there's no way to do that. I'm scared to like go through my settings and adjust settings midstream. I'm worried it's gonna like kill the stream. Hot take, but I also kind of like 3.9. I think it's the only level I really dislike is S2. Hell yeah, Wazat. I also like 3.9. I love 3.9. I wish it makes me sad that not so very many people like it. Worked my ass off on that level. It also is just like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna stream in low bitrate mode. That's what I'm gonna do. This is gonna do a great job selling the quality of the game. This should help with the bitrate. At least a little bit. But yeah, 3.9, man. It's so divisive, which I guess is a good thing. You don't want something to be globally loved by everyone. I feel like that's like lame. You want something that's like got a cult following. I feel like that's 3.9. It's like hated by most, loved by few. But when you love it, you really love it. Let's see here. Ever thought about a custom map maker? Yeah, man, that's our person. That's such a bad habit. I apologize. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Trench Broom. It's an external editor, but you can make Bloodthief custom maps with it right now. So go check it out. Go check it out. The bitrate is only bad. It's much better on Twitch. Oh, good to know. Good to know. If you want better bitrate, go to Twitch. I can't believe there is 2 people streaming this game. I don't know what you mean by that. Is it me and one other person? If so, pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm very grateful for anybody that streams. If you're a streamer and you're watching this, please stream Bloodthief. I feel like, I'll just say it. I feel like there's like it's like the gold rush and no one realizes it with Bloodthief content. It's like, there's one streamer, Plonku, who is making great content, and I'm like extremely, he's just a very high quality content creator. But every time he posts a Bloodthief video, it gets like 10x the views of any of his other stuff. And it's like, man, if only there were other people that realized this, there would be like a lot of people experiencing great growth from Bloodthief. But you know, it's hard out there. It's hard out there. What did you study in school? Oh, good question. So my undergrad is finance. Hated it. Realized like halfway through that like I would have rather done computer science. And so I didn't, it wasn't fully too late. I managed to pick up the minor in computers. I didn't want to switch majors because it would have required me to stay in school longer, which I didn't want to do. It's just expensive, you know how it is. So I just completely lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah, did finance, picked up the computer science minor a little bit of the way through, and then like immediately upon graduating, I got like an online master's in computer science. So studied finance and then computer science. Finance, not for me. Did not enjoy it. Yeah. Was it Kojima who made Death Stranding more divisive because too many people liked it? I did hear about that. He said, I saw an article that was like Kojima, too many people like Death Stranding, so he like made it bad or something like that. I'd never had that thought when making Bloodthief. I was not like, oh, too many people are enjoying this. I need to like make it harder. That is like pretty funny if that's true. Did hear about that. Let's see here. Hey, big fan, watching since first Devlog. How you planning on doing a retrospective video? How's your launch? Retrospective. I do have a video planned. I'll just hint at it right now. I have like a summoning salt style video planned. It's very early stages. It's not going to be ready for a while. Takes a lot of research. But yeah, essentially like the entire history of Bloodthief speedrunning from the very beginning, like back when like it was just in playtest all the way up until now. Essentially like all of the like discoveries that speedrunners made, all the tech that has been found, like all the big like innovations. I think it's gonna make for a great video. So that's gonna be the next video. And then maybe a retrospective. I don't know. I feel like they're very appreciated, these retrospective videos, but they're very dev oriented, in my opinion. Like, it's like devs care about it. I don't know if like gamers actually care. And I always try to make something that's interesting for gamers. And like, I like being helpful for devs. That's obviously a priority. But it's very important to me that the video is also interesting for gamers. I just feel like a retrospective. Like I already kind of talked about the like how I feel about the game and stuff in the last video. So I just like, I don't know if there's enough new stuff to talk about. I suppose I could talk about like kind of like all the things I've added post launch, but I don't know. I'm not sold on that idea yet. Back when YouTube gaming was a thing. Oh, really? Back when YouTube gaming was a thing, streaming bitrate was great. I thought this was up to me. I thought I could just raise the bitrate, and I'm just like being dumb. Is that not the case? Dude, you inspire me so much in so many ways. You made the right decisions for this game and for the journey in your personal life. Okay, you're too nice. I appreciate it. Thank you. I very much appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. Hi, I've been following your work for a while now. Your devlogs have been very fun and informative. Thank you. Yeah, you know, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but those devlogs, they're a lot of work. Like probably, I think the last devlog was like, actually, let me think about this. I might be overestimating, but like I feel like it was 100 hours of work, if not more. I think I worked for 2 weeks on it, full time. Like I put an insane amount of effort into those. I also just like am a terrible decision maker, and it's like I feel like a devlog is just like hyper analyzing like every second of a video for like 2 weeks straight. So it probably takes longer than it has to if I was just like less of a hyper optimizer. But needless to say, they're an insane amount of work, like an absolutely absurd amount of work. Hence why they're so like only every few months. Because if I increased the frequency of these devlogs, game would have never gotten finished. Any reason to pick Godot over Game Maker? Yeah, I mean, isn't Game Maker cost money? I might be wrong, but doesn't Game Maker cost money? I would say that's a reason enough, because Godot is amazing. I also think Game Maker, like Godot is like, you know, increasing in popularity. Game Maker, as far as I know, is like getting less popular. You want to be doing something that has lots of tutorials, and like the amount of tutorials there are for Game Maker is going to either stay the same or go down over time. Whereas the tutorials for Godot and the amount of resources for learning and getting better with Godot are going to go up with time. So I would say, I mean, I'm obviously biased, but Godot all the way. Godot all the way. Jay and Veli will be like the main characters in those. Actually, it's funny. You know, I have started doing the research on that video, and I feel like, I mean, I'm obviously going to trim it down, but I feel like, man, I've got so much content where like people that just like don't even do Bloodthief speedrunning anymore, of like people that like are kind of like OGs that like, you know, Jay and Veli, people don't realize this, but there's like, because people come and go, you know, there's like this crazy long history of Bloodthief speedrunning, and of people that like, I'm guessing, you know, they were like, maybe they were young when they started, you know, Bloodthief speedrunning, and they like went to college or something like that, got busy. I know for a fact there's at least one guy that was like a really big speedrunner that I think just like straight up went to college and like had to stop because he got busy. But like, you know, people that came up with like foundational tech or discovered stuff, and, you know, people who made the speedrunning page and like just did a lot of stuff that is like been like utterly just important for Bloodthief speedrunning that no one even knows about right now, I think. So I'm excited to kind of like shine a light on people that, you know, not a lot of people are talking about these days. So that, I think that's what will be cool about this summoning salts video. Jay and Veli, they'll be in there for sure. They'll be in there for sure. but a lot of other folks too. 12.48 is inhuman. I haven't been able to get below 15 and 16. Yeah, I know. I made the medal for this one super hard, the God Killer. It's just wait, this isn't what I want. I want this one. It's just I love this map. I love to run it. I'm gonna completely foobar this right now. I mean, this is gonna take me like 3,000 tries to get. But rest assured, I've gotten a 12.48 on this map. Watch me first try this. Oh, okay. We'll go for that in a second. I think it's my bitrate. Has YouTube Live bitrate been lowered or something? It's my bitrate, people. I'm sorry. My streamer settings are too low. I'm scared to update my stream settings live because I'm worried it's gonna kill the stream. Next time I'll stream at a higher bitrate. Are you going to work on a new game ever? Yeah, 100%. You can definitely wait. Where did I see that question? Someone said I can change the bitrate. Can I do it live? Someone tell me if I can do this live, and if no one lets me know, then I'm just not gonna fix the bitrate. How long has the game been available? 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks, something like that. I think it's like we're going on 3 weeks now, maybe. Yeah, you should pick it up. It's really fun. I'm not gonna sell my own game. I feel like that's tacky, but I highly recommend it. Highly recommend Bloodthief full game. It's a good time. You can change the bitrate in OBS. You know what? Should I just go for it? I'm not sure if you can live. I'm just gonna go for it, people. If the stream cuts, maybe I can hop back on. This is extreme streaming right here. Apply. All right. Is the bitrate better? Let me know if the bitrate's better. I just changed it. It looks like I'm still streaming. I'm confused about the long speedrunner history if it's only out 2 weeks. Yeah, Bloodthief was in a playtest for a year at least. And then it was in demo. I released a demo after that. So from 2023 until 2025, essentially, there was like limited Bloodthief content available for free. And so in that time, Bloodthief accumulated like quite a large speedrunning community. And now the full game is out. There's a lot more to do. Oh, that would have been legit. But yeah. Essentially, speedrunning was alive and well long before the game came out. And now it's blossoming once again now the full game is out. Don't fuck with it live, someone says. Well, I did it. Hopefully it's okay. Bloodthief is goats. Thank you. Thank you, Gibson. I appreciate that. Can anyone tell me if the bitrate's better now? Like, did my bitrate change anything, or is this just gonna like happen in the next stream? I didn't. Oh, bitrate is still not great. Thank you for the feedback. Next stream will be better. We're hashing things out, people. This is my first ever stream, by the way. If anyone, I think I said that in the title, but in case that wasn't clear, I'm figuring things out. You know, a wise man once said, "Perfect is the enemy of the good." And I'll let this stream be good rather than perfect. I might have butchered the quote, but you know, you do what you got to do. I applied that idiom to the quote itself. Twitch is more clear. Yeah, so if you're watching on either one, I recommend the Twitch. Are you planning to work with other people on games? Yeah, actually, for those of you that don't know, like my cousin John has actually contributed to Bloodthief. And yeah, I mean, I have a lot of fun. Like we do pair programming on Saturdays. That's basically the arrangement that we have. And we ramped up the pair programming a little bit towards the end. Like he pitched in. But yeah, we pair program. It's fun. I like pair programming. Maybe we'll get him on the stream sometime. He's kind of this like spooky figure that no one really knows about, I feel. Yeah. So yeah, that's that. Any thoughts on Megabonk Dev being actually Danny? I don't know, man. Person. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna guess that he's not Danny. I just like. I feel like it makes a lot of sense that he's just really inspired by Danny. To me, that story makes sense. It would be unbelievably epic if it was Danny. Like, it would basically solidify that Danny is a genius. There we go. I almost just casually got my PR. Very close. I know Venedad backwards is Danny Dev. I think that he just is inspired by him. You know, you think about a name like Blargus. You know, sometimes you're just fed up and you're just like, I need to freaking make a video. And then like the thing you tell yourself when you're like feeling the resistance to making a video is like, oh, what's my name gonna be? And so like you tell yourself that for long enough. I mean, I'm saying you. This is my experience. You tell yourself long enough, you know, oh yeah, like I'll create a YouTube channel once I have a cool name. And I think after a while you just get fed up, or at least that's what happened with me. I got fed up and I was like, fuck it, we're just gonna be Blargus. And that's probably what Venedad did. He was like, I'm just gonna do Danny Dev backwards. Oh, that was almost a good start. Let's see. I don't think I've seen a single Bloodthief stream without the borked bitrate, not gonna lie. Yeah, huge marketing blunder, unfortunately, is never again. If I make another speedrunning game, by God, it is not gonna be pixelated textures. Because speedrunning plus pixelated textures is bitrate gobbledygook. And yeah, that has sucked because it's like every single time I post anything about Bloodthief on Twitter, anywhere, Twitch, it looks like freaking crap. And yeah, it just sucks because, you know, I work hard on this freaking aesthetic. Let's see. I hope he is Danny. Yeah. That would be sick. That would be, because like that would literally just mean, you know how like, you know those videos where it's like, oh, I made a fake Twitch account to prove it's not luck to like grow on Twitch or something like that. Like that would be basically proving that Danny is just like literally the GOAT when it comes to like game dev. Because he just like has in an anonymous persona, he just like makes like the most viral game of the year. But I think that it's like, oh, just foobarred it. It's exactly the type of story that you want to be true, but I don't think it's true. Yeah, his editing is very similar to Danny's as well. Yeah, I agree with that. But that's not surprising. I mean, I think every new fledgling YouTuber, including myself, is watching Danny going like, what can I pull from this? Like, I think the only reason I didn't edit like Danny is because A, it's a lot of freaking work, and B, like, it's difficult to execute. You have to like actually be funny, and like, you know, I feel like trying to pull off some of Danny's jokes in my voice would have been a little bit cringe. So that's why I kind of like went with a slightly different style. But I surely watched, like, you can watch some of my early devlogs. They're probably like sad attempts at trying to replicate Danny's style. So it's not surprising that Venedad and Danny Dev are similar style. I feel like that's very common for people to watch a YouTuber. You're new, you're like, oh, I'm just gonna do what Danny does. So I think that makes sense to me. So many similarities between them though. Yeah, I know. I haven't really watched many videos. I know they're both from like Norway or something. Yeah, I mean, maybe. Like I said, it'd be freaking epic if you just came out. Someone said, I saw like a tweet or something like that. That was like, it was like, how epic would it be if you know, Megabonk won like game of the year at like the like, you know, golden joysticks or whatever they're called, and like Danny came up to the stage to accept the award. Like, how epic of a reveal that would be. Yeah, that would be like lifetime awesome moment if that happened. Like that would go down in gaming history. Let's see. I don't know how they find the energy to make devlogs. I want to, but I barely have the energy to work on my game. Preaching to the choir, man. I mean, person. I'll get rid of that habit soon. I'm sorry. I just like to call people man for some reason. It's hard. It's hard, especially because making videos is not nearly as fun as making game dev. I mean, I enjoy making videos. It is very important to find the joy in it, and it's a nice change of pace. So I think that's the key, is to like find the joy in it. Find your voice, because, you know, trying to do something in Danny's voice or something like that is going to really be unenjoyable. But oh, you know what? My dog is starting to I think he wants attention, so I'm probably gonna cut it here in 5 minutes or so. But I've completely lost my train of thought. I heard my dog crying a little bit. I feel like I need to give him a hug or something. But I think he's got distracted again. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, videos. You really got to find the joy in them. Long story short. But yeah, I think actually that's probably a good place to cut it. I got to go give my dog some love. I think he needs to go out probably. Yeah, that was super fun. I think that went super well, other than the bitrate and then the late start. Yeah. Let me know on Discord, you know, if you have any ideas for future streams. I had fun with that, so I definitely plan on doing that again. Very soon, actually. Maybe like I don't know, sometime later this week probably. I plan on like just testing the waters for now, and then very soon, hopefully having like an actual schedule. But you can basically bank on my streams being around this time when I do come out with a schedule, like roughly 10 a.m. PST, 10 to 11 a.m. PST. It's just a good time for me to do it. But yeah, stream puppers, you know, I gotta ask my wife to make sure that that's like something. I don't want to dox my dog quite yet. Gotta make sure that it's okay for me to like compromise the privacy of my pup. But all right, people. That was very fun. Thank you for the good stream. And yeah, I'll see you next time.